We are now 5 wide. Presented by Quick Trip's quality gasoline guarantee. It's just another way Quick Trip has you covered.
9 to noon, ready to go. Billy, Kuhn, Armin in the house. Good morning, lads, across the board. Billy, how you doing?
Doing good. How you boys doing?
Good.
Morning.
Kuhn, top of the morning. How are you?
Surviving.
Excellent. Armin, how are you?
Good morning.
Very good.
Yep.
So we have a beer bong promise, not even a bet.
Oh, boy.
If Joe Barry's fired, if the news crosses between now and when we sign off, we'll all go out back and do a beer bong and celebrate.
Oh, my gosh. I haven't done one of those.
Yeah, that's how the
That's
conversation
right.
started. It's been a minute.
Can you make it realistic? And if Joe Barry gets fired by January 15th, then you'll do it?
Nope,
No.
9:15.
No, the whole point of it
That's
is
boring.
okay.
What about keg
That's
stands?
I
That's
wanna
what
see
we
you do
do
a beer
here. We do
pong.
boring bets. That's what we do.
Okay, I get it. It's about me.
Good point.
To a
Then-
keg stand.
Thank you.
What's
Good
harder?
shot.
What's harder, a beer bong or a keg stand?
I thought a keg
Keg
stand
stand.
was
Keg
always
stand.
hard.
How
Keg-
much is
keg
in
stand.
the beer bong? Is it
A
one
one
beer?
What do you mean?
Great.
Two beers?
One gravity.
Three
something, the
beers?
other It's not. What?
It's not
What?
even. It's a kick stand for me at least. I mean,
Well,
there's a lot of people that got to hold me.
Yeah,
Like,
the
right.
problem. No one can
that's
hold
the
you
problem.
up.
Yeah, exactly.
I doubt
Well,
that.
you're
There's a lot
supposed
of
to
holding.
Put 'em
assist them,
against the
Butch.
wall.
I'll
They're
assist them, but
supposed to
there's
be an
still-
assist. You're supposed to do
there's
that,
7 feet of leg.
handstand
I mean,
on,
oh
your-
yeah.
on
Put
the
the
keg.
keg, put the keg against the wall, for God's sake.
I was bad at all of
Okay.
it. I was the guy that couldn't do it. I'd spit it up, and everyone like,
How are you
"Oh,
doing them
boo,
from
Armin."
home?
What?
How are you doing them from home?
Because I don't go anywhere.
Right.
Oh, wow.
You guys, you know what?
Double shots fired by
You know-
Josh.
But, you know, there was a time when there was no more bigger social.
I know. I
butterfly than
hear
me.
these stories. I hear these stories
You
of.
guys.
I wish it was like an ESPN classic of Armin.
guys-
30
you
for
guys-
30
you guys
leaving his
know
house.
what
Would you
happened,
believe
right?
this man actually partied in college?
You know what happened?
The bad thing
He got
is I can
married.
already see Armin right when he's going for the shot. Somebody's pumping,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden hey, all right, just let me know when you want me to pull the nozzle. You're holding that sucker on in there, and then right about 5 or 6, you intentionally are pulling that thing back, and he's just getting absolutely blasted across the face.
Out the nose, out the ears,
nose, in
everything.
the eye. Oh no!
The reason I liked a beer bong better than a keg stand is there was a determined end to it. I knew if I like it, okay, it's almost, it fills up.
It'll
and
be
it's
over at some
The
point.
keg stand has no determined end. Your friends can keep you there until you are done. You know?
And Julie from the 5th floor, you already know she went 38 seconds. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's the number to beat
That's
here
the record
tonight.
to
Somebody's
beat,
got to
yeah.
be able to beat that.
And you don't want to be outdone by
You don't
a
want to be
girl,
out.
you know?
Well,
Why not?
I didn't say it that way.
Well,
I
no,
said
just, like,
anybody,
you wanna
but,
be-
you
you-
wanted to win, but
like,
then it's a girl.
Well, whatever. Anybody, yeah, exactly.
Armin's looking at 38 seconds and saying, I can beat that in a different way.
Yeah.
I saw
Armin,
No, he can't.
Good one.
No, he
No,
can't.
he can't.
Armin, did you flood the bathroom when you were
what?
producing the?
Was
is
it
that you?
I had nothing to do with it. By
Billy,
the time,
Drew, they
it
weren't
wasn't me.
there.
by the
Heller
time
wasn't there.
by the time I left and Hunter left yesterday, it seemed like it was working fine. I make it known. I use the sales bathroom anyway around here, unless I'm
that's
I
a,
use the sales bathroom.
that's a great airport, by the
It
way.
is a
I
great
land heavy planes in that airport all the time. Rarely used. It's like the love field.
There's no
of
air
our,
traffic over there.
no,
Except
none
everybody
whatsoever.
no. I think this is one of those airports that, like, I think a lot of people think isn't used a lot, but now there's a lot of people that's the sales is the best place to go.
You're right, but a lot of
like-
people say I'm the only one that uses it.
Yes, yes.
Like Dane
Well, I go to the
County
sales all
Anyone,
the time.
anyone who
It's
says
well
we're
said.
not clear to land there, they're wrong. I have clear. I'll land any plane over there. You kidding me?
Well, of course.
This
Who else
this
is using it?
this
yeah?
airport here is
Yeah,
like
no
love
one uses
field.
this.
Or no, this is like Midway. Midway is trash. I haven't flown out of Midway in forever. When was the last time you guys flew out of Midway? Anyone?
No.
I did land there recently.
Fly in
In the
Milwaukee.
last couple of years, I did. In the last couple of years.
Well, I live in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
ATW
I
Appleton
know.
International.
I fly,
use this airport.
I find the
use this
cheapest
one.
flight
I
I
like this
can.
one.
I use
Well,
one
some-
closer to me.
This
Well,
is better.
Of course, but some people want that cheapest flight,
Yeah,
and
I
they
do.
will drive to Chicago. And sometimes the cheapest flight is out of Midway.
Yeah, I struggle to see that. I struggle to see those deals. So, much better here in Milwaukee. A lot
Well,
easier.
the
Right here.
direct flights are the key out of Chicago. You're flying
Correct.
anywhere internationally or to Hawaii.
Yeah, but then
or
you're going to
something like
O'Hare.
that.
No?
Yeah, then
Then it
you're
is O'Hare, correct?
There are ways around it. I mean, Midway is easier than O'Hare in terms of like the actual airport, but it's harder to get down there. But if you're flying to O'Hare anyway, and there's a cheaper to Midway, and your father-in-law will pick you up from O'Hare or Midway. You can get him to come to Midway. I think we
Speaking
have
from experience,
Laura and I have flown in there once because it was like a much better flight or something. And
Such a tough reach. It's in such a tight neighborhood too. It's weird.
It's not ideal.
No, very less than ideal. But back to the toilets being full.
Back
This
to
is like
things.
Christmas
yeah. Anyway,
vacation.
back to what's important.
Right. Forget about the Christmas vacation line of hey Clark, bleeper was full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The urinal was full, flooded everything. So it's a great
Joe
radio
Barry did
station disaster. Yes, we're blaming Joe Barry. Totally unfair, but he's got to take the blame for everything at this point. And the question is, when will it ever get fixed?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. John, the engineer's working on it, and I don't know he's not a plumber, but he's going to try.
So
My boy is
John
gonna try.
John texted you saying, "Oh my God, how bad is it?" Huh?
He said, how bad is it? I'm on my way in. I said, I'll go in there and look. It didn't seem that terrible when I went in there, though.
Well, I think the problem is in the ladies' room because that's where the sign is now. Floor extremely wet.
Let's
Watch
go.
on out.
See, it wasn't.
The
on-
water
let's
seems
go?
to be more on the outside of the ladies' room.
So who would
Big
have been in the
planes
building
getting dropped
late?
into
We're off
females.
the hook.
I don't know.
We're
I'm
off
just-
the hook.
No, well, what I heard from Dolph was that it started in the men's room
Yeah.
and it crept
Oh,
over there
there.
because they're
See.
connected.
How does he know?
How about?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Can we get
It's
some?
Dolph's,
Can we get
Dolph's
a?
Iowa nice.
Can we get
Dolph
a? Can we get
We
a
never
few
lie.
wooden pallets that the ladies could gently walk over to keep them
Yeah.
out of the water temporarily?
Yeah,
Mm.
that's on John. Engineer John is also
John's gonna have to
responsible
bring
Like,
those
I'm an
pallets.
engineer, damn it! I'm not a
Yeah.
plumber, for God's
Is
sake.
this where sandbagging would help? Should we sandbag?
Engineer, plumber, construction worker. He does all
Yeah.
of it.
He's got to do it all.
He's probably got a stack
Yeah.
of pallets he can bring in.
Well, they always say the best way to work in radio is to wear many hats, you know?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So
I don't know who says that.
I mentioned the
People
line.
Armin, it's the
Armin
best
says
thing
it.
to
Armin
work.
says it. I mentioned the line bleepers full, and you said that you and Laura watched the movie Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, we had a little
She
time.
saw it for the first time.
Yeah.
You've seen it many a time.
I've seen it many times.
And she said about the movie,
She said, this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
wow.
She's like, so far, it's got a 0 out of 10. She told me,
Her and Charge.
she said it has no plot really, and she doesn't understand like, and she also was off put, I think, a little bit by Chevy. She's like, he plays this kind of weird and kind of like he's a goofy guy, and he runs,
He's
some
the
of the physical comedy was
over
funny.
enthusiastic super dad.
Has she seen
Here.
the other vacations?
Don't think so. It was
Okay.
before her time, so I was like, well, let's watch
plot of
Christmas
the movie
Vacation.
is
She's like,
Clark Griswold, family man, overdoes it, trying to make things perfect for his family, promises a pool that he suddenly realizes he can't
Right.
deliver, and all mayhem breaks out at Christmas time.
she's like, it's 50 minutes into the movie and we haven't had a problem solved yet. And I was like, well, I guess the general idea of Christmas approaching and the chaos is the problem until you get the idea.
That's not true.
It's the pool,
No,
right?
No, the newel pole. Remember? Fixed it. He cut the newel pole off the stairway. That's a problem fixed.
Yeah, but
I don't know if that's 50 minutes in or not.
it's just a one-off moment of him chopping off. I don't know. I
Wow.
guess
Did Laura like Taylor Swift F-bombing the refs in the Patriot game?
she goes, see, Armin, she's into it. She likes football. Everybody says she's not. That she's just there to show her face. She's into it. She cares. I think you're right. Actually,
That's
You have
what
a good
love
point.
will do to you.
There
They're
you
having
go.
babies. I'm calling it. They're having babies.
They
Like
might.
now?
Well, not now. Right?
Who
Not
is
now.
Laura and Armin? Don't put their business out
Yeah,
like that.
come on,
Come
man.
on, man.
No. T Swift.
Oh, okay.
She's got a tour all through next year yet.
Yeah,
I know.
they got time.
It's long.
Well, they might get engaged. They might get married. It could happen. We never know. They might just keep dating.
Not if he keeps blowing off her birthday parties for
practice.
Did you guys?
Practice is
how dare
very
you?
important.
Did you
Yeah.
read that tweet
Very
from
important.
Entertainment Weekly?
Very important to their
That's hilarious.
success. Yeah.
I love it when other outlets realize how sports work. Apparently, the practices are important and mandatory.
Mandatory. Yes. Have to be there. Have
If
to be
anybody
there.
would understand that more than Taylor, I mean, she couldn't miss a concert, for instance. She can't miss her show. He can't miss his show. She would understand that. She's
Well,
not going to be
sometimes
upset.
artists cancel shows because they're not up to it physically. They're
Physically,
sick,
sure,
or
there's
their
reasons.
voice goes
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
But that's different than
You don't
just
think she
taking
was
a day
upset
off.
that he didn't just call in sick?
No, I don't know. No.
It wasn't a game. It was only a practice.
You can't just tell them that you're not feeling good.
We
and
talking
then
about
just come?
practice. What if she pulled out the AI? We talk
That'd
about
be awesome.
practice.
Yes.
What if she did pulled out the
Really,
AI?
Travis?
I'm up.
You're
Travis,
supposed to be
really?
the franchise player, and we're over here in the middle of December
For my
talking
birthday.
about practice.
And we talking
For my
about
Not a
birthday.
game. Not a game. Not a game.
I know I'm supposed to be there. I know I'm supposed to lead by example for Noah Gray and Justin Watson.
And I'm
all
not
right?
brushing it aside. I know it's important.
I know
really
it's
do.
important. I really do. We talking about practice, man.
Come on, man.
A future Hall of Famer. We sitting here talking about practice.
Playing the Patriots, man.
How can I make my
Terrible.
teammates better by practicing?
We got Sky Moore and Kadarius Toney over here dropping balls like they're a cellular company, and you're over here telling me about practice.
I gotta practice. Hey, they got the W yesterday, right? Chiefs
Yeah,
got
they
him.
did.
They got the Schneider
Yeah,
a little bit.
Kelsey
Thanks
didn't
to
do anything.
Kadarius Toney.
Well, it's a team game, but
When are they going to figure out it ain't getting better with him?
with
Tony.
Well, what do you do? Just cut
Cut
him
him.
now?
Yes, he's
You
a
cut every
liability.
guy now that's not a star?
No,
I mean,
he's a severe liability.
well,
he's
maybe.
turning gains into picks. I would cut him. I'd have no problem cutting him, but that's just
He
me.
does have talent. I mean,
So,
he's got athleticism.
Punt return in the Super Bowl is still what they're remembering.
I know.
Mhm.
They're living off of that. So, boys,
A lot of people living off of those.
Yeah.
numbers.
boys, yesterday sucked. Coon,
Oh,
can
boy.
you give me the Reader's Digest? I
Here
know
we
I'm going to
go.
listen to your full breakdown just minutes from now as you guys open up shop.
What happened yesterday?
Yeah,
I
hey,
mean,
what
I think
happened?
it's pretty simple. That we
What
couldn't
happened?
stop Baker Mayfield. He had his probably second best day as a quarterback in the NFL as a visiting quarterback at Lambeau Field, the first quarterback to ever have a perfect passer rating at Lambeau Field. And really, we were talking about the run defense going into the game and how that would be troublesome because we were going to have to sit back in a shell and really manage for Mike Evans. And it turned out, no, we'll get Chris Godwin over the middle in zone against your linebackers and just gobble you up all day long.
Gobble you up.
Nom nom.
Gobble you up. Still,
Tough one yesterday.
3rd and 4, 7-point game, 4 and change, almost 5 minutes left in the game, midfield. I thought they had a chance then.
Well,
Was
they
I
did.
delusional?
They did have a chance.
If Devondre Campbell, bless his heart, I don't know what's going on. He's got to be hurt like crazy because he's not moving very well. If he gets his hand on the ball and they make him punt, I don't know, man.
Baker was fitting window into window into window yesterday, it felt like. I mean, maybe it just
Or
Yeah,
we
he
could have
was.
just got incredibly lucky and Rudy Ford would have arrived, a half second earlier and
Sure.
forced that fumble into a
Oh.
touchback into the greatest rule debate in all of sports. Should have
That'd have been
fumbled
fun.
through the
I
end
know
zone,
he
but it
was
was
Okay.
back.
when full Leon let Don Beebe,
I fully support that rule, and I'm in the
So do
minority.
I.
You do too.
So do
yeah,
I.
you
Yeah.
and I are on that.
100%.
Are you guys on the rule or no? Off the
no,
rule?
I hate that.
Hate the rule?
I think you like it.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
I don't like it. I always think it's a silly rule. But
Value,
that's just
value
me.
the football.
What's that?
Respect the goal line. Value
Yeah,
the
just
football.
hold on to it.
I mean, was
I
it
have a
not
point.
ridiculous, the celebration before? Oh, you got to make it look like you're running through a finish line on a track meet.
Hey,
Come on,
Oh,
man.
but that looks sweet.
hey, listen.
dude.
He could have dropped it at the 1, or he dropped it at the 2. Like
I'm-
those are the ones that blow my mind. It happened
I-
again this year.
Correct.
I'm waiting for one of these guys that jumps, leaps into the end zone to like break their back.
Their back.
Yeah.
exactly.
No, I don't
Can
want
we-
it to happen.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Can we
I
throw the
don't
little
want it to happen.
consolation off of yesterday's, Abe?
Yes.
Puts us one game closer to Hard Knocks next year in Green
True.
Bay.
Oh, turn this mic off.
Consolation.
Don't-
I'm
we're
I'm
not
just
doing that.
saying.
We're not
Yeah.
doing that.
I'm just, we
Oh,
were
worst
talking about this
consolation
before
I've
the
ever
year.
heard.
Tucker crap.
No,
loves
I can think
football.
of far worse consolations.
Better
Billy,
consolation
Better
is
say
I'm
something like,
still
you know,
alive.
you're
with
still
James
alive with
Reader.
you're still alive with Heller. That's
3
the
weeks
that's
to
the
go.
I
silver
love
lining.
I
constellations,
thought about
though.
that. That's
My favorite is
sad.
the Big Dipper.
What?
What?
I love constellations.
Oh, the big
Oh,
Dipper.
My
Oh,
favorite's the
God.
Big
You don't like
Dipper.
Orion's belt?
There's never
You don't
been
like
a better
Cassie
reason
Big
to
Dipper?
get out of 5 wide.
Okay, nerds.
What?
How many times did you get called the Big Dipper back in high school?
Too many.
Hey, we end on a quick testimonial
Dippin' Dots
from
fan.
Josh about Big Binoc Energy. Josh, talk to me.
Yeah, it was insane.
I
Trust
begged
me,
him. I insisted.
Number
Got to try
one,
these.
a person to go against the Binoc Energy. He was like, just try it. Just try it on this play.
Who are you
And
creeping on?
it happened to be the one
The Baker Mayfield strip.
The Baker Mayfield strip is what I saw through the binocs.
It's awesome,
Clear as
right?
day. I was like, I just saw it. I just saw it through the
It is
binoculars.
cool. When you have
Are you
those-
bringing
had-
some up for Chicago
Hell
game?
no.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
No.
it helped that we had great seats. These are the best seats we had at about
Oh.
25, just above the portal to get in. So about midway up the bowl.
Sure.
And with those binocs, the good ones I brought from home, it was really clear. On the sack by Van Ness, I saw Wyatt turn to him. You could see his eyes get the size of Bobby Portis's
right.
before telling him we're going to stunt here.
It's awesome.
So they ran a little game, and you're watching with binoculars. You feel like you're right there with the binoculars.
Well, if they lose at Carolina, you probably will be right on the field because there'll be nobody there. So
Don't say that, Butch.
I was
What time did
thinking,
you guys get out? Did you guys beat the traffic? Because there
Oh,
was
yeah.
more of it in the fourth quarter.
End of 3.
Everybody ailed. You didn't have to ail to beat the,
You probably weren't the first because
No.
that place
place
out
emptied out.
pretty
Yeah.
quick.
All right, Tag, you're at 9 to noon is next, boys. Butchie, Josh, is always a pleasure. We'll see what
Great
happens
work, guys.
today. Probably nothing. And we'll see everyone
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we're not going to go do a beer bong.
No beer bongs.
Access to your villa. Just for son of weakness, all of your clean or your pillar. You better watch your back before she turn into a killer.